I'm going to make this as less controversial as statively possible. So, I, as a YouTuber, and as a person that is going to state this loud and clear through my stuff, and I know you guys are probably looking at the title and everything, and already seeing it, and already going like, you know what? I gotta hear this out. Alright? Now, mind you, by the way, I'm going to state this, and some people are not going to take it as lightly, but I'm going to say is that I'm just a person, just like the rest of you all, that makes mistakes. I make mistakes. Alright? I cannot change the fact that I do make these mistakes. And I do. And I'm going to point out the reason why I say that uh, as pursuing from that. So, I have a Discord server. We all know this. I plainly stated it, and I said, okay, I have a Discord server. It's Spectre Society. I'm not gonna lie. It's. I stated from some of the things that have been said, we really need to get in our A game. Alright? We really need to get in our A game. Because we clearly have not learned from the last time that we have done this shit. Alright? And I need to be the one to point this out. Because apparently, I'm the only one who can, apparently. I'm the person in my server that has the most word and say. And without me being, like, I'm gonna be honest for people. I cannot take a break from my server knowing that there's gonna be some shit going on. Because without me, the server is not at peace. And and sometimes that's hard to say when you're the one who mainly takes responsibility for things. And you're the main person of leadership in that group. I'm gonna tell you guys about this with me. I'm mainly the person that takes the step into leadership. Alright, I have my server. I have my friend's server that still technically needs to be put off her feet. Um, and then there's my club. I don't talk about my club much, but like I said, I'm president of that group. I take roles into leadership of that thing. And I think the one thing that wasn't clear to people in the first place, alright, was my server directive rules. I'm sorry if you guys hear typing, alright? I have a laptop. It's not it's not the greatest. But we're gonna we're gonna rock with it, alright? Like and 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 really it was just not great of a time. It's not a very great of a time. Let's put it like that. Now, I'm going to explain some unexplained things that I should have explained to you guys about the rules we have in this server. Alright? Rule number 1. Treat everyone with respect. Absolutely no harassment, witch hunting, sexism, racism, or hate speech will be tolerated. So, now, not to sound a bit of a weird, like a rude person about anything, not to sound rude, alright? But yes, my group can be unhinged. I'm not going to lie to you when I say that. My group can be unhinged. Alright? And that's why I specifically put down my rules earlier before I left to take my break. Was you can be unhinged, just moderate yourself of what you say because, dark humor is an okay thing here. Just choose your words wisely because some people can get offended, which I am which I understand clearly. By the way, why did my PC just turn on randomly? Guys, my PC just turned on randomly. I'm not kidding. I barely turned on my PC. I barely even touched it, and it turned on. Like, what? So now it wants to turn on when I was gonna make a recording here, and now it just wants to. Okay, we're not gonna bother that. We're gonna ignore that for right now. But yeah, that's why I said for my rules for number one. Number two is if you see something against the rules of something that makes you feel unsafe, let staff know. We want this server to be a welcoming space. That's where I add on to number one and say such as sexual assault, harassment, abuse, things that actually make fucking sense. But other than that, just I want people to chillax my server. I want people to do that. I want my server to kind of be like what's a good example? Like a cookout. A cookout's a good idea, right? Like a cookout gets everybody together, you know, and gets people in a welcoming space. That's what I like to think of my server. It's not the best environment, but it's a chill environment nonetheless. All right, regardless of what may be said in there. Uh, Number three is where everybody got out of scene with because I forgot to say what was allowed and what was unallowed. All right. Rule number three is no age restricted or obscene content. This includes text, images, or links featuring nudity, sex, hard violence, or graphically disturbing content. What I mean by that, you guys gotta hear this when you hear this. All right. Now, stuff like images that have like let's say a person's female or goes by a certain role or something, and let's say they want to wear a character that has like some proportions or some cleavage in there or whatever. Cool. I don't mind you showing a little bit of some skin. Just like that. Let me stop right there. I don't mind you showing, you know, some detail to your character. But things such as, if your character is naked, or if your character shows a little bit of some other things, then we might have a problem. That's where I draw the line of things. Alright? That's why I said stuff like images with clothing will not be seen as age-restricted content. So keep that in mind. Alright? Because at the same time, I want to respect people's PFPs for what they are. Alright? They could be a furry, all I care. I don't care. Honestly. Like, if you're a furry, cool. I respect you. My character's a dragon, so am I considered one? Who knows? And the fourth rule is absolutely no drama. If you need to talk about something dramatic, and I put this for reasons, by the way, guys, because I don't want to deal with it. I've seen drama far enough happen in my server and outside. Alright? The real thing I want to say is just fucking stop. Alright? If someone's texting in general chat, it's just mainly general shit. Like, it doesn't matter unless it's drama, then that's where I draw the line. Alright? All I'm saying is just stop with the drama. If you want to put it anywhere, just put it in free chat or go to a DMs or my DMs, honestly, because that was such a good idea to put in my rule selection. But really, the main thing I want to say is, guys, I think we took those rules into such a scale that everybody just took them way too dramatically seriously. How I like to put that is that everybody, like people started putting stuff in general and everything, and honestly, like just to say is that like it's just very weird, bro. I can't like this is what I've been saying, guys, is that I can't leave my server or Discord for 5 fucking minutes. Because this is the reason why. Because there's always like, there's like stuff like, oh, say, drama over here, drama over there, drama over here, drama over there. It just keeps piling up until I come back to Discord and I handle something. I shouldn't have to be the person to like say things and be the problematic one. I don't want to be the problematic one. That's the thing that people don't get. Like if I'm gonna be in my server or any Discord chat entirely, I don't want to hear people making dramatic things over something so small. All right? Like it's unneeded. All right? It's unneeded. It should not be in my server. Unless it's free chat. All right? Like I said, free chat, you guys have the free will. Blast whatever arguments you have there. I don't care. It's just I'm very very specific to keep my server into an openly world environment. That's what I want. All right, and that's what I want to keep. And honestly, to say is, I think from as far as where we're at right now, I think we're very divided as our spectral society. All right, we put ourselves in such a great run at first, but then afterwards, when things got hectic, it's just everything just started escalating. And it could be over the smallest things too. People could be saying it over like, oh, I have this because of this, and wherever. Like, it's very, very escalated for no reason. And it shouldn't have to be. It should not have to be. All I'm saying for you guys to do is just put the guns at your throats right now down. Put your put your knives away from each other's necks and just stop. All right? Cuz so for one thing is that I love my spectral society. The last thing I want to see it do is fall over some bullshit. All right? Just fucking stop. You guys have been my whole entire focus. It shouldn't have to be. All right, I don't want people doing is like, you know, like being at each other's throats over some shit, and I don't want people, defending my name for me or whatever, or doing anything like that. All right, like if something happens, then something happens. Don't bring it to me or anything. Keep it to what you guys have. Yes, I may not be the the brightest in the circle. All right, but I try to be better, as I like to say. I try to be better. But here's the reason why that I say that I make mistakes. All right? I have a whole list for you guys that I would like to share for you. All right? I've stolen before. I think everybody knows this by heart. All right? I have I've hurt others before. I've been hurt by others before. Here's a very good one. I could be a bit selfish if put in the right category. All right? I can be selfish. And not because of reasons and so on. I have been selfish. Um I have loved before. I've hated before. Um I'm pretty sure a lot of you have heard this one before because I have yet to do things for you guys, but I've broken a lot of promises and broken a lot of people. Really, to say the least, I've did some things. I've did a lot of things, all right? And not because I also follow, what was it, Corey Kenshin, one, and another person named Voluto in the same boat, all right? Like, those are just people I follow. I'm my own person. I make mistakes. I do things sometimes that relate to the two, but I'm my own unison person. All right, I have another video coming out soon called "Where Winds Meet," where you guys are gonna see me play that. All right, but I'll explain that in another day. All right, this video is about the now. It's about what is happening now. I don't want you guys to constantly defend my name because of some bullshit. Let that be that. And another thing, alright? I don't want you guys to feel like you guys got disagree on somebody's opinions or not. Alright, let them be them. Alright, they have their own things, we have ours. Alright? It's a union. It's where people can be together in. That's why I created my Spectral Society in for the first place. Alright? All I'm saying is, for the sake, because I'm pulling a Magneto right now. And I don't want to. Alright? If I wanted to, I could have just ended the whole server and the whole channel and call it a day. But did I do that? No. Because I want to be better. I want to be better than I was before. Alright? So for everything's sake in the Spectral Society and everything, do not make me let you down. I don't want that. That's the least I want. Magic appeared online for me on PlayStation at this point. It's because how long this video is taking. Alright? All I'm saying is, please, when I come back from my vacation, my 1 week vacation from Discord, please do not make me have to come back at a bad note. Because you guys are the only thing I want to take care of right now. And it's going bad. Alright? With that being said, this is going to be a completely unedited video, by the way. This is completely uncut, so like I said, this is how much I just wanted to make this video and be done with it. I barely have the energy to edit at this point because of how much has been going on. So, please, mind me for all that. But, with that being said, alright? Please, do not make this a very horrible 25 MVP season. Because we're literally, guys, we're in November. Well, the end of November, as I like to call it. Do not let the end of 2025 be very bad on my part. Because, like I said, 2025 has been great for all of us. Alright, we got new games that have been ahead of us. Alright, I still have to record some new games because I haven't been able to do them for reasons. But like I said, please make this a good 2025 for the MVP season. I don't want things to go bad. Alright, I'm about to watch the FNAF 2 movie literally when it comes out. Alright? I'm pretty sure a bunch of other people are on the same boat and page as me, but like I said, by the time I come back from that side of the movie theater, and when I come back, I will have a movie night specifically for FNAF 2. Alright? I will not let you guys down on that note. I'm going to have my usual movie guide guy help me out with that. And when I have that specifically, alright, I will play it. Just do not let me down on that note. And with that being said, alright, I'm out. If you guys see this video, like I said, um, just make sure to not do that stuff, alright? I've already had a bad note already. I've already had so much bad notes throughout this 2 weeks of November. I think it's 3 now. Uh, but like I said, it shouldn't have to be this long of a battle. With that being said, I'm out.